Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Rahul, your go-to resource for all things coding, cracking interviews, and becoming a software engineering pro. Today, we are diving into one of the most important questions for MAANG level interviews, the maximum subarray sum problem. You might know it by another name, Cadence algorithm. This question is an absolute favorite among interviewers because it tests not just your problem solving skills but also how well you optimize solutions under pressure. So, why should you watch this video instead of someone else? I will show you how to write the most concise, effective, and professional solution in Java that stands out in interviews. We will break down the logic step by step so that even if you are new to coding, you will feel confident by the end. And finally, I will share pro interview tips like how to explain your approach to the interviewer and why this algorithm is so powerful. Ready to ace this question? Let's jump right in. Alright, let's start the problem. Here you have an array and your task is to find the maximum sum of any contiguous subarray. Sounds simple, right? But solving this efficiently in big of n time requires cadence algorithm. So, what is cadence algorithm? It is a dynamic programming technique that helps you find the maximum sum of any contiguous subarray in linear time. Instead of recalculating sums for every possible subarray, which would take almost big of n square time, cadence algorithm keeps track of two key values while iterating through the array. One is current subarray sum. This tracks the sum of the current subarray. And the second one is global maximum. This stores the largest subarray sum we have found so far. The beauty of cadence algorithm lies in its simplicity. At each step, you decide whether to extend the current subarray or start a new one. And you update your global maximum based on the current subarray. It's fast, intuitive, and something every interviewer loves to see. Now that we understand what cadence algorithm is, let's dive into the code. So first we will start by initializing variables. First we need one variable that is the global maximum sum we are looking for. It start at the smallest possible value because the array might have all negative numbers and we don't want to miss the largest negative value also. So I'm giving the name maxsum teacher dot min value. Then another variable I will give it as current sum to keep track of the sum of the current subarray we are evaluating. So I will initialize it with the value 0. Then we will use one for each loop which let us iterate through each element of the array. For that we will use one variable in num. Here num represent the current element we are processing. Then we are getting into our main part of cadence algorithm, current sum num. Okay, so here what we are doing is we decide whether to add the current number, that is the num, to the ongoing subarray, that is the current num plus num, or start fresh with the current number as a new subarray. We use the math.max to pick the larger of the two options. Next, we update our global maximum. That's the maximum. Maximum and current sum. So here we compare the current maximum subarray. That's the maximum and the with the current sum. Like that, we will compare. If the new subarray is larger, we update the maximum. At last, we will return the updated maximum. And that's it. This loop ensures that we find the largest sum in just one pass through the array. Just run it. It's running. Now, let me tell you why this approach is genius and why MAANG interviewers love it. First of all, its efficiency. It is big of n. That is only one loop, no extra space. Interviewers love clean, optimized solution. Next is scalability. Works for any array size, even million of elements. Third one is simplicity. Using math.max make the solution concise and professional. Let's submit it. Yeah, it's working fine. Wait. Before we wrap up, here are some pro tips for interviews. Always start by explaining the brute force approach. That's the I already mentioned big of n square and why it's inefficient. Then pivot to cadence algorithm. Use edge case like empty arrays or arrays with all negatives to show the robustness of your solution. Practice explaining your code as you write it. That confidence will set you apart in interviews. And don't forget, interviewers are looking at your thought process, so keep it logical and structured. So, there you have it cadence algorithm for the maximum subarray sum. Whether you are preparing for MANG interview or just leveling up your coding game, this is a must know technique. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more interview focused tutorials. And drop a comment if you have any question or suggestions for future topics. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy coding. I will see you in the next one.